Hello, and welcome to Volume 7 of My Prostate is Trying to Kill Me. I'm Mark Graves. I'm just a regular guy fighting prostate cancer, and I'm happy to have you along for the journey. Let's see, yesterday we left off with my check to the urologist to get my biopsy done, which was not a lot of fun. Also, we attempted to drain my bladder. That didn't work, so it had been a pretty crappy day. My urologist asked me to come back a couple days later, so fast forward to that. Went in, put my gown on, got the my doctor there, my urologist, also had the male nurse with me. And so the idea was we were going to use a Foley catheter to try and slide it up there and drain out my bladder. So it hadn't worked too well a couple days before, but we thought, well, we'll give it another shot. So I tried it to self-catheterize. Wasn't going to work for me. It really did feel like busted glass and lava trying to push through there. So then my urologist said, do you mind if I give it a try? I said, yep, let's go ahead and do it. So I bared down, I grabbed onto that table, and I let him go. And he pushed, and he pushed, and he pushed, and he got that sucker in there. And boy, once it hit my bladder, I just started draining. And so the male nurse took over, and he was draining it into a bottle. And all of a sudden, he's looking around the examining room. He's like, "Oh man, it's the only one I got." So he's like, "Oh, Mr. Graves, can you hold this?" So we had to pinch off the catheter and hold it while he went and drained the bottle, then come back, fill the bottle up again, and then I had to pinch it off again. He had to go drain the bottle again, come back, fill it up again. And this is, the guys, you've seen the urinal with the handle on it, fill those up. So all told, 2,000 milliliters of urine that was in my bladder that I couldn't get out. So picture a 2-liter of Coke. Big bottle like that. That's what was stuck in there and couldn't get out. So I cannot express to you the relief, the joy, and the feeling of freedom that came over me when that was all drained out. And I sat there for a couple minutes like, wow, this is awesome. Then unfortunately, I started to feel not so awesome. And having the catheter in there just started getting a little painful, a little more painful, a little more painful. And then it got bad. It hurt quite a bit, to the point where, and granted, remember, I'm suffering from sleep deprivation and just having a crappy life for the last couple of weeks. So I'm in my gown. That's all I got on. I jump up and I'm dancing around this examination room with my urologist and the male nurse in there, and a Foley catheter, swinging from where it would be swinging from. And I'm just like, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. So in my mind, the only thing I can really picture is Uncle Jessie from the Dukes of Hazzards with a crawdad stuck to his Johnson, jumping around. That's pretty much what was going on. So my urologist was like, oh, okay, just, hang on. So he had me lay down on the table, and he was able to take it out. And unfortunately, that's when we came to the conclusion that the self-cathering isn't going to work for me. So he explained to me what a suprapubic catheter was, and that was the course we were going to take. So what it ends up being is you get admitted to the hospital for outpatient surgery, and they do an MRI. They locate the spot on your bladder, and basically they cut a hole and they slide a tube through your abdomen and into your bladder, and then that's how you relieve yourself, how you drain your bladder after that. And so we scheduled a date for me to go in and get that done. And in the meantime, I believe that was going to be maybe 5-6 days away, was all that was. So in the meantime, I had to look forward to, not being able to drain my bladder as well as I should. So it wasn't a great 5 or 6 days, but there was some light at the end of the tunnel. It looked like things were going to be okay. So I'm going to leave you with that there, and we'll pick it up when I went in to get my suprapubic catheter installed for the next visit. So tomorrow I'm going in for what would have been my first radiation visit. Turns out it's actually going to be a series of x-rays. Doctor's going to match everything up with my tattoos and with the MRI that they did, make sure that everything was good to him, that we're going to line up, and then we'll actually start radiation on Tuesday. It'll be the first day that I get the beam. So we have a lot of questions for him tomorrow, and we'll get through all of that. I'll let you know how that went. So I appreciate each and every one of you that's following the videos. Hopefully what I've gone through might help you to realize there's something going on in your life, or you might be able to find a way to support other people in your life that are dealing with prostate cancer. It really does suck, and it's great having people to support you. So if you got any questions or comments, be sure to leave them below. If you want to continue on this journey with me, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification button, the little bell there, and give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, have an awesome Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. God bless y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow.